Was Satoshi part of a government project gone rogue? What if I told you that Bitcoin might not be what we think it is? What if its mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, wasn't a lone genius after all, but the result of a secret government project that spun out of control? Stay with me, because the deeper you go into this story, the stranger it gets. This isn't your typical Bitcoin history lesson. This is a theory that could change how you see the entire future of money. Let's start with what we know. In 2008, during the chaos of the global financial crisis, a white paper appeared online. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The author? Someone named Satoshi Nakamoto. Except nobody knows who that really is. Some believe Satoshi was just one person. Others insist it had to be a group. But here's where it gets weird. The technology inside Bitcoin wasn't new. It was a fusion of ideas, papers, and research stretching back decades. Hash functions, public key cryptography, Merkle trees, even the proof of work idea. All of these were created long before 2008, many of them funded by the US government. The NSA, the National Security Agency, had been publishing cryptographic research since the 1970s. In fact, some of the very math that makes Bitcoin possible was first explored in classified military labs. Coincidence or breadcrumbs? Now imagine this. A government project in the 1990s or early 2000s experimenting with digital money, not for freedom, but for surveillance, control, and power. But what if someone on the inside decided to flip the script? Think about it. Who else had the resources, the talent, and the foresight to stitch all of Bitcoin's moving parts together? Who else could release such a perfectly timed system right when trust in banks collapsed? The coding style in Bitcoin is meticulous, disciplined, almost institutional. Some programmers even say it doesn't feel like the work of a hobbyist. It feels official. But here's the twist. If Bitcoin did begin as a government experiment, it may not have stayed that way. Maybe Satoshi, or the group behind the name, saw the potential for liberation instead of control. And maybe they went rogue. Picture it. An insider with access to classified digital currency research, watching the financial crisis unfold, realizing the world desperately needed an alternative. So they released Bitcoin into the wild, anonymously. This would explain the silence, the disappearance, the reason why Satoshi vanished after 2010 without spending their fortune of over 1 million Bitcoins. If they were connected to a government program, staying hidden wasn't optional. It was survival. Here's where the story darkens. The CIA and NSA have a long history of losing control of technologies. The internet itself began as a US military project, ARPANET. Once released, it transformed the world in ways the government never intended. Could Bitcoin be the same? Satoshi may have been a whistleblower of a new kind, not leaking documents, but leaking code. Code that could free humanity from financial surveillance forever. But if that's true, it raises another question. Why hasn't any government openly admitted it? Why not claim the credit? The answer is chilling. Because Bitcoin is no longer controllable. Even if they started it, it escaped their hands. It's decentralized, it belongs to no one, and the government would never admit to accidentally creating the very thing undermining their power. Think about how governments treat Bitcoin today. On one hand, they fear it, regulate it, attack it. On the other hand, they quietly accumulate it, study it, and prepare for a future where they can't stop it. Could this double standard be because, deep down, they know exactly where it came from? Now, let's step even deeper into the rabbit hole. Some researchers claim that certain phrases in Satoshi's writings match the style of classified NSA papers. Others note that Satoshi's time zone activity suggests multiple people, not one. Patterns that look organized. And then there's the matter of the name itself. Nakamoto. In Japanese, it can mean central origin or within the center. What if that wasn't random, but a clue? Imagine the irony, a technology designed in the center of power, escaping to become the greatest tool of decentralization the world has ever seen. So was Bitcoin born from freedom or from control? Maybe the answer is both. Maybe it started as a tool for control, but was hijacked by its own creator to serve freedom instead. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. Once released, it cannot be recalled. It's like a genie from a bottle or a flame passed from one torch to another. No one can put it back in the cage. And maybe that's why Satoshi disappeared. Their mission was complete. They gave the world the code and then walked away before the hunters closed in. Whether Satoshi was a rogue government insider, a collective of cryptographers, or just a lone genius, the result is the same. We now have a form of money beyond government reach. And here's the real takeaway. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin began in the hands of governments. What matters is that it now belongs to humanity. It's ours, and it's unstoppable. But the question remains, if governments truly created Bitcoin, what else are they building behind closed doors? What new technologies are waiting to escape their labs and rewrite our world again? That's the mystery of Satoshi, not just who they were, but what they represented. The ultimate paradox, a tool of control turned into a weapon of freedom. And now, it's in your hands. The choice is yours. Ignore it and let others shape the future, or embrace it and take part in a revolution that no government can stop. Because whether Satoshi was a government project gone rogue or something else entirely, Bitcoin has already escaped, and the world will never be the same again. If you found this story thought-provoking, if it opened your eyes to a perspective you won't hear anywhere else, then don't let it end here. Like this video, share it with someone curious, and subscribe for more deep dives that challenge the surface-level noise. This is the hidden history of Bitcoin, and trust me, there are even deeper secrets still waiting to be uncovered. But that's for another video.